I'm a boss, I'm a boss. Walk up in the room, do a boss. I get boss checks, I get boss rich. Get money fast and I spend it quick. I'm a boss, I'm a boss. Walk up in the room, do a boss. I get boss checks, I get boss rich. Y'all do what y'all can, and I do what I want. Y'all do what y'all can, and I do what I want. Y'all do what y'all can, and I do what I want. Hey yo, I never needed your permission to be me. It's understood that you never gotta be explained.
Hey guys, you already know what time it is. It's prime time on Saturday. We'll be getting started in a little bit.
Step up in it, cause I got the heels up on my feet. You better watch my rap and down while I'm jugging on a beat. The swag I never claiming that shit got up in these streets and brothers do not mean a thing if you can drop it on the beat. My name don't need no introduction, just know that I am. I'm that cocaine, you know while I'm in this. Cause I got the heels up on my feet. You better watch my rap and down while I'm jugging on a beat. The swag I got was killing it. Shit got up in these streets and vocals do not mean a thing if you can't drop it on the beat. My name don't need no introduction, just know that I am Dino. So respecting that cocaine, while I'm in this thing. My time is money, so if you go fuck, you better make it quick. I'm coming for your head, get my bottle, I'ma take that shit. I'ma take that shit. I'm a boss, I'm a boss. Roll up in the room doing boss. I get boss checks, I get boss rich. Get money fast and I
60-second countdown, everybody. 60-second countdown.
I get boss checks, I get boss rich. Y'all do what y'all can, and I do what I want. Y'all do what y'all can, and I do what I want. Y'all do what y'all can, and I do what I want. Never been the type of chick to clear a room or up. I let them just talk and listen to it. Never gave a. I draw my son and then I pick my money up, and that's why what is that it doesn't do. Don't switch my money up. I never sold out or switched up, and I'm real. But since they wanted, but say they made me okay, then make another one. I say that shit. I put myself on it. I ain't a bit of baby mama.
All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. It's time to bring it on down. What's up, everybody? You already know what time it is. It's prime time on Saturday. And today, I'm rocking out with two individuals. But right now, I just want to jump right in. Because this gentleman that I'm bringing to the table today is somebody that, for me, when I hear his name, I just want to jump up and start and then walk it out. But look, there's no music industry without Atlanta, and there's no ATL, baby, without DJ such and such. What's
Yeah.
up, Such?
What's happening? What's happening? Hey, what's going on?
Chilling, chilling. I see you riding. I see you riding.
Yeah, I'm parked though. I'm parked for you. It's all good. What's going on, everybody?
All right, so look, let's jump right in because you are you're a household name in itself. So talk to us about how you got to be this household name.
Um, let's see. Take you back roughly the early 2000s when I dance group. Uh, my dance group actually we was on tour. I was in Detroit theater. DJ was running late. 2005, opening up for Frankie Beverly and Gerald Levert. The DJ was running late. I had some mixtapes. I had some CDs in the car. I went to the car, came back to the back of the Fox Theater, came upstairs, started DJing. Got back to Atlanta in 2005. And my brother D Maestro, shout out D Maestro, he gave me the name DJ such and such. And the world loved it, and I kept it. So I've been DJ such and such since 2005.
All right, so let's go back. Did you dance?
Yes, I started out dancing. Yes, I had a dance group in my early days. I had a dance group before I left high school. I'm a young OG. I graduated in high school in 2003.
Shout out to the 03, class of 03 right here.
I heard. Yeah.
Well, this is interesting. So dancing to DJ, and I see somebody else backstage, but I can't grace the platform with her just yet because I see her. She looking fabulous, but I'm gonna let her sit right there for a minute because she looking too fabulous. I ain't ready to bring her up here because it might all this fabulousness just might drown you out. So I'm gonna let you shine by yourself for a few more minutes. But all right, wait a minute. So you were dancing, because when you said dancing, I was about to be like, what kind of dancing were you doing?
It's funny you say that because folks make jokes like, yeah, such used to be a stripper back in the day. I
mean, you got the dreads, and you look like a little mocha latte. So I mean,
so when you if you know about the South, if you know about the Freaknik era of Atlanta, that also Miami, that bass sound, we kind of have a lot of up tempo, Southern music where it allows you to have our own style of dancing that we call cranking.
Yes.
And with a mixture of little hip hop, I've had the pleasure to dance backup for a few underground artists. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Kind of cultivate the dance scene, but the dance scene ended up stopping around 2005, and I became a DJ then.
Wow. So such it seems like you just love music, and that dancing enhanced or heightened your love for music, and then you just went to the ones and twos. But how was that transition? Tell us a little bit about how the transition was, though.
Well, because like you said, music is my thing. So it's one of those things where it ran in my family. I play instruments. I was a drum major in high school.
Okay.
It ran in my family. My mom was in the Georgia Mass Choir that was with Whitney Houston. My brother, he wrote for Pink and Omarion. He sung back for Kelly.
Wow.
My niece, actually, my latest project I actually had on my niece is on Jacquees' album. She's on the first album. She's on the last song with three other youth. Yeah.
So Sach, how did you get connected with Because I'm trying to tell you, since you were 03 baby, you already know when Walking Out come on, we'd be ready to go. We'd be ready to go, and then two-step.
It's you asked it. A lot of people asked it, and now that we've been running to all the time, people like, y'all related? That's cool. Like, no, we just the homie. We met. Me and Unc actually met a long time ago, but we never really did connect then because at that time I was a dancer, and he was already doing him. So the guys that were dancing were the underclassmen to me in high school. We also was the showstoppers who made it a Wood Rico. So they kind of bridged the gap. And time passed, and I became a DJ. And they said the same time. So when that happened when that happened in I say roughly at the end of 2011, going on 2012, we got booked to DJ at the same time, and he was like, "You're a real nigga. I'm real. Let's get that money, and I like your style and shit. it was on from there.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Y'all
Mhm.
just heard that. Like the collaboration is real. And I think that's something that I want our independent artists out here to hear. It's okay to collaborate with one another.
Oh,
It doesn't take anything from you. If anything, it enhances what you have. And so I think, if anything, that's what people need to hear from you is that, yo, it's okay for you to collaborate. Because through this collaboration, look at what happened.
yeah, if you don't collaborate, you're not gonna grow. I'm gonna be real with you. Like God on earth to help one another to be you know what I'm saying, a voice to other voices that haven't that's scared to tap out or tap in. So
Hmm.
you never know, somebody might have that that helps you bring the rest of that good energy or that charisma
Absolutely.
or that talent. And so like once the world figures that out, all this other bullshit will stop too.
Oh, hold that thought. So what I'm getting ready to do, guys, once again, it's your girl Lillie Mae, and it's prime time on Saturday. And so what I'm getting ready to do, I gotta bring in somebody else. But such, I want you to hold that thought because after we introduce her, and after we talk a little bit about her brand, we're gonna address what's going on right now, as
Come
only
on.
Such and Shay can. So I bring to you guys Miss Lashay Simon. Hey,
Hello. Hey.
how
How
are
are you?
you?
I'm
Doing
well.
great.
I'm well.
So look, let's just jump right in. You, oh my God, you are a brand in itself, a woman after
Thank
my own
you.
heart who is multi-talented, and I love the fact that you are bringing independent news to the forefront, as that's
Oh
what
yeah.
all of my platforms are all about. But Lashay, tell us who you are and how you came to be the woman that you are today.
Well, I am Lashay Simon. I'm a radio personality, a published author. I am a veteran of the Air Force as well as the Navy. I'm a mom. I don't know. I seek to inspire, empower, and uplift women, younger women, older women, whoever will hear my voice. I want to inspire them and uplift them. So that's what my brand is. I have a Lachey Foundation, which means loving and supporting homeless adults and youth. So I'm trying to just reach out wherever I can, be a help in the community, be a voice for those who won't speak up for themselves. Because I'm normally a shy person. Most people won't believe that, but I'm trying to be a voice for those who don't speak up for themselves.
No, you're not. No, all that fabulousness.
I'm such a shy person. I really am. But yeah,
Okay.
that's just me. I got started in radio online with the afterparty.com. Shout out to Montana here in Dallas, Texas. And from there, I went on to be on air in Tyler, Texas on syndicated radio and just growing my own brand now with trap news, trending, relevant, and provoking news, getting news out there that most news stations or radios can't play. They can't talk about.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. And you know, Lachey, I want to first shout you out for being a mother first,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
I want to shout you out for being a mother first because that was one of the things that I realized. You're a mother first, and
Yeah.
everything else seemingly falls after that. And thank you for your service. Thank you for
Thank
your dual service in the Navy and the Air Force. Come through, black woman.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. I would have
So,
never thought that I went to the military either.
really,
I would have never thought that.
so what is it like though coming out of the military and such? I'm going to bring you back in on this conversation too. What is it like being in the military,
Mhm.
knowing how you're trained in the military and seeing
Mhm.
what's going on around us right now?
It's saddening. It's heartbreaking. It's so many emotions that I've gone through dealing with, like experiencing what's going on right now because it's like people of color. There's so many of us that are fighting and serving in the military, but yet we're still seen as less than, not equal, still fighting for our rights that we are defending here and abroad. It just breaks my heart.
So, Lachey, Tell me a little bit about how Trap News is able to combat this and educate and inform the people. What are some of the things that you have brewing with Trap News?
Well, right now, in the Dallas area, we have OGU. That's kind of all over the place right now,
Okay.
which is original good can mean whatever. OG, original gangster, whatever you want it to mean in a
All right
positive
now.
light. And so we're using my platform to kind of get out into the community, to those neighborhoods that most politicians or most news reporters won't go to get their story out, to get their concerns voiced. So that's what Trap News is. So I know most people, trap houses. So I was like, I think that would be a nice little play on it, but make
I
it mean
love
something
it.
different.
But I love it. I love it. And the
Thank
reality is
you.
that, so Fonnie Beach said, it's so difficult for the black high ranking officers in the military. But I think that's across the board because this morning I looked at, when I was driving through the city, I looked at, the black officers here in Richmond, Virginia, and I think to myself, I'm gonna keep it a stack. I thought about becoming an auxiliary police officer.
Yeah.
But when I really thought about why I wanted to be an auxiliary police officer, I checked myself and said, you know what? Nope, can't do it.
Yeah.
Because the reality is, I wanted to be able to combat some of this stuff from the
Right.
inside. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But what I want to do is I want to bring you back real quick, and I want to ask you, as an African American man, who is well known though? Who is well known? How do you feel right now? Like, are you doing anything differently? And I know this is going to be a stacked question, but how do you feel right now?
I mean, kind of piggyback on what she said. It's a lot of mixed emotions towards it. I'm in Atlanta, so it's kind of crazy right now.
Mm-hmm,
They
mm-hmm.
is real big on protesting and rioting and looting right now. I'm a Taurus. I am an Earth sign. I'm very strong on my emotions, so I've kind of stayed out of the way because I've probably been locked up by now.
All right now.
I want to reach out. A lot of people want to reach out as far as celebs in my city. It's just one of those things where politics, they kind of tear you down on what you say. So it's kind of like everybody trying to watch what they say and what they do. But I'm what you call I kind of as I run across my young black men and young black sisters and just people of knowledge, and if, you know what I'm saying, if you're conscious, we're a lot of people is getting things done, and we're talking and we're spreading
Absolutely.
around because a lot of the stuff on the forefront, if you're not ready, if you don't have all your everything in line, they're gonna tear you apart.
That's
You know what
it.
I'm saying?
That's it.
But
That's it.
it's all my emotion. Like, I really want the world to come together and just understand the bigger picture at hand. Um, I have some solutions that I think that would be best for everyone, but I don't know if that's I'm still grasping that in my brain. Uh,
Okay.
like, I'm gonna give you one. If everybody bought black like they doing now for like this week, let's not make it for a week.
Hello, somebody.
Make it permanent. You know what I'm saying? Not don't just do black right now because everything going on. Then when we stop, we back at Chick-fil-A. We back at the mall buying all the everybody else stuff. Another thing too, if we took if all us took our money out the banks, I guarantee everything will pause.
Wow. I really didn't think about that. And you know something, guys, let's just drop a little history. I don't know about y'all, but
Oh yeah.
I have older parents. And
Mm-hmm.
I talk about them all the time. And now when I really think about it, I remember my mom and dad had this little brown steel box with a funny looking key. And it stayed hidden in in their bedroom. And I just really realized that we didn't really go to the bank when we were kids. But they always had cash money somewhere around. So I get that. I think I'm where you are. I think I'm where you are because a lot of people don't understand the banking system. And let's just drop the jewels because, guys, one thing about it, Lillie Mae, is all about joy, Jules and Justice. And so let's drop Jules. The bank uses our money to what? Be able to give loans and things of that nature. That's how they operate. So it makes sense. But they're giving loans. I'm gonna leave that right there. So,
And
Shay. Oh, okay. Go ahead, Such. If you have something else to say.
no, I was just saying exactly like, you know, banking is very important if you're an entrepreneur, if you're a business person, and you
Mm-hmm.
do know, if you don't have a bank account to get loans or learn about, you know what I'm saying, kryptonite, you know, CDs, things of that nature, you're gonna be kind of blind to a lot of it. But those that do know and you're listening, when I say this, it's gonna dawn in like, I never thought about that, like you said. So yeah, if all of us really took our money out these banks and said, I'm gonna hold on to my money and I'm gonna do some in-home banking and really cultivate it yourself, I guarantee you a lot of stuff that we won't change in this country will get done ASAP because they ain't gonna have no money to do it.
Woo! Y'all checking in. It's prime time with your girl Lily Mae Lashay and DJ such and such. So Lashay, you hear our brother over here spit knowledge. Now, my question for you is, as a mother, what is it like having a conversation with your child or children?
It's like I know having black children, we all have the talk with our kids on how to, but it seems like there is no talk anymore because you don't know. You can do everything that you were told to do, stay calm, don't resist, and your child or you, whoever it is, of color can still be murdered. And those people will still get away with it. So I don't really know. Like my kids, I have 5 kids. I have 4 girls and a son. My son is 17 and he's a 6 foot, 250-pound boy. Luckily, he does not get out. So I'm not as
Okay.
fearful. But at that moment where he's finally like, yeah, mom, I'm ready to go hang out. I'm like, what do I tell him so that he can return home safely to me? Because he's really just a gentle giant, but he's a big boy.
And,
So of
and
course, someone sees him, they're gonna feel threatened.
but that's it. That's it. And I think I was just having this conversation on the way to get my makeup done. Shout out to Janine Nicole, MUA. If
Beautiful
you're
makeup.
watching, she is spectacular. If you're in the Richmond, Virginia area, definitely check her out. But we were just having this conversation about black men are already a threat, right?
Hmm.
They're already a perceived threat. And I don't care who's listening out there, black men are a perceived threat. You can deny
Yes.
all you want to, but they are a perceived threat. How many times have even we as black women gotten on the elevator and a group
Right.
of black men got on there and we might have grabbed our purses unknowingly?
Or just looking at him like, okay.
Now, see, one thing about me, I'm gonna call a spade and a club,
Right.
because I know a
Yes.
lot of our counterparts will not admit that, but I've done
Right.
it because we're taught, be
We've been
careful.
trained that. Yeah.
There you go. But now I'll start a conversation quick,
Hmm.
because my thing is, if you know we're looking eye to eye,
Hmm.
the chances of you doing something to me are gonna be slim, because I've had an opportunity to
To see
really,
you.
really
Yeah.
exactly. But such, let me ask you this. How many times do you feel like, or how many times have you been profiled just based upon your look? And I'm pretty sure you know, because when
Oh,
they figure out who you are, it's probably like, oh, what's up, man?
oh yeah, right off. I tell people all the time, it ain't easy being me. It ain't easy being a black man. Um, honestly, I kind of I kind of hate the word black because they kind of have like thrown that name and made us a race that we're not, and that's part of the reason why we are lost as people.
Come
Um,
through.
I am not black. I am not an African American. I'm doing my research. Me and my cousin, we have found out that we're part of the Ayawana Indians. I know Africans. I know older Africans. There's no way that all of us came over here enslaved from Africa. Most of us are already here on this soil. This was our country. A lot of it was taken away. I'm doing a lot right now to get my personal citizen stuff going on, and I want a lot of my colored people, my black people, since that's all we know right now.
I'm glad you said colored. I'm so glad. It made me feel better because my mother still says colored, and I say it sometimes. But it's funny that you say that. And all I can do is high five you virtually because I know it to be true. I
Yeah,
know in my family, I know that when people see my brother and I side by side, they swear we have different moms and dads. Then they see my mom and they see my great aunt, but they see my grandmother and they see their skin. And then they see pictures of my great grandparents. And it's like, wait a minute. I said, exactly. That's why people don't understand why one of the things that my mother has an issue with, and I'm starting to understand it now, my mother doesn't like African American History Month. And she said the reason that she doesn't like that month is because African American history is Native American history, is American history. And so I didn't understand that. And so my mom was like, one day she said, so really and truly, you don't have to check black. Go
and
back to your great great granddaddy and
I'm
check off who he was.
gonna give you something real. That's the reason why they doing the census right now, so that they can figure out who they finna not, who they finna wean off. I want a lot of my, you know what I'm saying, my people to get educated on who they are and where do you come from. And a
Absolutely.
lot of that has been lost because we were tricked and lied to, and a lot of us sold ourselves to each other. You know what I'm saying? So like, don't hating on ourselves. You know, I know y'all know about the Black Wall Street. Um,
Absolutely.
is as I keep reading and learning, it's crazy to hear the stories and understand that, dang, we once were running shit and we just dropped the ball at some point, and now it's like
You
we're
can't
at
get back.
a where where freedom is not so free. You know, where it seemed like tomorrow seemed hopeless, but you know, like all my God fearing people like myself, you know, everything's gonna be okay. We just gonna keep praying and keep moving.
Absolutely. And you know what? You said something there. And Lashay, I don't know if you picked it. He said praying and moving. I don't mean no harm, no foul. But folks,
Can't just
stop
pray.
telling me we're gonna pray about it.
Got to do something about it too.
Prayer and faith without works is dead. DEAD. So I need us to come to an understanding that we have to talk, but we have to act as well. But the other part of it is my peers. We got to learn how to act. Hollering, fussing, and cussing folk out is not it. I'm sorry. I might drop an F bomb here and there. I might cuss somebody out. But the reality is that I can articulate my point without that. But sometimes there are those individuals that all you know is curse. And that's why I tell people I speak the commoner's language, I speak Ebonic, and I speak curse. And depending on where you are and what you're doing to me, you might get all three. But guys, once again, this is prime time with your girl Lillie Mae, and I'm rocking it out with DJ such and such and Lashay Simon. And what y'all don't understand about these two individuals, they are household names. But not only that, they are in the industry, guys. That's right. They are artists in their own right. But guess what? They are people first. They are human beings, but they have educated themselves such that they can work their way through an industry that really truly wasn't designed for them. And now they're using their platforms to inform, educate, motivate, and inspire. And so I think we pay homage to you guys, right? But the other part of it is, how do we, and I'm going to go to such, and then Lachey, I want you to answer this as well. How do we come together as a people without even thinking about the intercultural issues? Because we have intracultural issues. So, such, help me with this.
Um, I'm 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 kind of iffy with that only
Okay.
because it's one of those things where I need for all of my people to get in touch with self. When you get in touch with self and you love self and you grasp self and you know who you are. That's why I tell my people all the time, the reason you act the way you act because you are not in touch with self and you don't know who you are. That's why it's big, and that's why I preach this now. Everybody find out who you are, where you came from, and then talk to your family members. Find out what they did and where they came from, what they did. When you do all of that, and you get in touch with self, it'll help you understand life and how to talk to people and understand. And then once that comes together, everybody will see the bigger picture, and everybody organically. I feel like organically start meshing energies, and it'll start forming. And a lot of people got to get that hate out their blood too.
Ooh.
Be scared to go say this or do that because I don't like what they do, or they hang with woo woo or blase, whatever the case may be. That hate word is big.
It is.
And
It is. It is.
people
It is.
they are truly. That's where it all starts at the origin, yourself. Once people cultivate that, then I think we'll be okay. Or
Woo!
it'll start.
So, Lashay, I'm getting ready to come to you, but Such said something, and I really want you to pull this out and bring it home. You said family. I say village. Because one thing I know is that where I grew up, I could go outside and see. It was this thing where my brother was the rule follower. He was the firstborn, so he followed all the rules. I'm the baby, so I broke all the rules. But I can remember going outside. I'm gonna sneak and say some curse words, and the ladies down the street would hear me. They would come out their house with a shoe. Do you think I looked at them and said, "You ain't my mama"? Hell no! I was like, "I'm sorry, I'll never say it again." And then before I could get back up the street to my grandma's house, I'm getting it again. Then grandma called mama and said, "Betty Lou, Lil out there in the street acting like a heathen, and you gonna tear up when you get here? Go out there and get a switch." You don't have that village anymore because you don't talk to my child like that because that's not you ain't my mama or you ain't her mama. So Lashay, I come to you as a mother. How how do you handle that? How do you handle that nurturing, or how do you allow other people to nurture your child on top of answering how do we come together as a people and deal with our intracultural issues?
I agree with DJ Such. We have to love ourselves. We have to look within ourselves and find out who we are and have a
Mhm.
better understanding of, our heritage, what they stood for, so that we can love what is within us and not hate it. Like you said, you got to get rid of that hate because everybody else has taught you to hate your skin color, to hate the texture of your hair, to hate your culture, but that's who you are. So, and then as far as like the village, like you said, like with my kids, oh, they know it's a village. It's not just me. If they know you and they know me, they're gonna correct you, and you're not gonna be like, you're not gonna tell them what to do. No, you're gonna, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, yes, sir, no, sir. So we have to come together with that and allow, get rid of the hate, but allow others that you know and trust to correct your children so that we can build them up in the right way and they don't grow up with that hate within their blood.
Absolutely. So, all right. Now, this is going to be the trigger. How do we tell our kids that they are going to be okay and that they are valuable and that they don't deserve to be shot down or publicly lynched?
Well, with for me and my kids, I've always been very open and honest, very transparent with them on things that are going on. I don't sugarcoat it. I let them know your skin is beautiful, your hair is beautiful. That's why I rock anywhere from what I got on now to a head wrap. I let them know our culture is beautiful. We love it. We support it in all kinds of ways. Don't let nobody tell you that you're not beautiful just because you don't look like them. So I mean, I don't. That's a tough one. But as far as for me, that's
And
what
I
I
think
do.
it's, yeah, and such, I'm definitely coming to you, but I think that, you know, I'm all for Come by here, my Lord, come by here. I'm all for we're one race, we all, are made in the likeness of him. I'm all for it, but I'm also a realist. And I also know that a lot of tables that I'm able to sit at, I'm only able to sit at because of those things you see back there on the wall, right? And I just had to make this comment to someone who just kept saying those people, those people. And my response to him was, well, I'm not sure if I'm classified as one of those people because I do hold these things in excess of what one of my counterparts might hold. But I know that I've written policy and I've sat on commissions. And it hurts me that some of the same people that sat on these commissions with me, their resumes look nothing like mine, but they seem to progress. But they still coming to me for answers, and you over me 3 or 4 times. And so I had to wonder, what does this mean? Is this a figment of my imagination, or is this reality? And my answer is that it is reality. Privilege does exist. And whether it's white privilege, whether it's wealth privilege, or just whether it's male privilege. Because the reality is, I think when we talk about privilege, we have to address privilege in every aspect. But when we talk about male privilege, it doesn't include all men.
Right.
And so, such, I definitely come back to you as a black man, once again. How do we tell our children that their lives matter when clearly a lot of kids witness this public lynching?
Well, I don't have any kids. I do plan on having some soon at some point in
And my
life.
2003ers that don't have kids.
Like I said, I had one of those crazy mamas growing up, old school mama. She said, "You come home with a child, you don't come home." And
No.
she was making sure I had protection early. I was always laced. So, but to to, to hint on about the kids as far as that, like I do real men reads, I do Red Ribbon Week.
Okay.
I do a lot of that with Little Bankhead. We go to a lot of the schools and talk to the kids. Okay, so I'm gonna take something simple. Okay, the word spell. The word spell, if you think about it, when you spell something, it's casting a spell on you because as you say it and see it so many times, now you remember it. Now you see it. See, when you do things and you use more than one senses, it helps the brain of the body retain information.
Okay.
Instead of just touching it, you want to touch it, you want to hear, you want to see it. As long as you do at least 2 or 3 out of the 7 senses, 9 out of 10, the body or the human body cultivate that information and you intake on it. So
Hmm.
once all we have to do is keep instilling positivity, love, you know what I'm saying, into these children over and over again. And they see us. We have to live by example, practice
That's
what we
it.
preach.
That's it. That's it. That's it.
They understand. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm.
That's what needs to happen.
Wow. Guys, listen. We're going to wind down. We have about 5 more minutes, and I'm elated to have the DJ such and such and the queen of the hour, Miss Lashay Simon with Trap News. Guys, I need you to check them out on all of their social media. Y'all already know DJ such and such is DJ such and such everywhere. And Lashay, she's actually Lashay Simon. And such for you and for Lachey, when I look at you guys, I see nothing but excellence. But
Appreciate
I
it.
see a different kind of excellence though. I see our ancestral excellence, right? I just, I have to believe that we as millennials are going to sit back. I don't think that we are necessarily out here protesting and rioting. I think we're doing it like this. Now, notice I said ancestral excellence. I didn't say excellence. I said ancestral excellence. And the reason I said that is because our ancestors got in their room and they sat where it was just about two or three of them. And what did they do? They called on whomever they needed to call on, right? And I think that when I see you guys in action, it's selfless. It's selfless. Your platforms do not promote you. It is selfless. Such your, and I had to do my research to find out that you did have a platform built upon loving self and knowing self. And Lashay, yours was kind of out there like, I embrace me. This is every side of me. And I have to be elated right now, and I have to be excited that you are public with this thing. That even in Texas, even in Georgia, because see, I need people to understand something. Georgia is Georgia. Atlanta is its own. Follow what I'm saying. Georgia is Georgia. Atlanta in its own, just like Texas. Texas is Texas. Houston is its own, and Austin is its own. So don't get it mixed up. Just because such and such is in Atlanta, he's still a Georgia citizen. And just because Miss Shay is in Houston, right?
In Dallas.
In Dallas, she's still a Texan. And just because I'm in the capital city of Richmond, I'm still a Virginian. So I think that we have to understand these things, and then we can begin to cultivate our complete selves. But like Such said, it starts with our internal selves. Guys, I'm excited. Such, I want to start with you. Shout out your social media, shout out where people can find you and what you got this forthcoming.
Let's see. Because of social distancing, coronavirus, they kind of shut down a lot of the concerts this year. One of my Dubai trips just got canceled. But if you are in Atlanta, through September 18th, 19th, and the 20th,
Okay.
we're, we're doing a big Freaknik festival.
Oh,
Uh, I say every artist on down from Too Short, 8 Ball MJG, Pastor Troy, Juvenile, Crib,
We need to be there.
the whole every artist you can think of, even the ones that's in Texas. Oh yeah, Bun B, they're gonna be on the show as well. Um, it's gonna be in Atlanta for 3 days, a Freaknik festival.
I gotta
But
get my life together.
but you can follow me on IG at DJ such and such, Twitter DJ such and such, Facebook DJ such and such. It's a go. I have a website djsuchandsuch.com. I do need to update it, so stay tuned. Like she said, I have a company called Beard of Bullshit, and that's basically a company that empowers my people to understand if you have any. My company basically is a company that basically is a liaison to help you with any aspects in life, whether it's health, finances, or wealth, or
Mhm.
relationships, anything of that nature. So with that
Okay.
being, no, I'm not Hollywood. Y'all contact me, hit me up. Let's get it. It's a
I'm
go.
speaking it. I'm speaking it. Y'all both are Hollywood.
Oh,
I'm speaking it. I'm speaking it. And we
oh.
red carpet bound.
How we Hollywood? I told you to call me.
I know. Well, you know what? I'm not going there with you. Anyways, Lachey, shout out all your social media.
On IG and Twitter, it's at Radio Lashay, Lashay, and on Facebook, it's Lashay Simon. And right now, I don't really have much going on. I'm hosting a fashion show in DeSoto, Texas, June 28th. That's about it for me right now.
Oh, Lachey, how you doing?
Huh?
I said, how you doing, Lashay?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm all right. I do radio as well. So maybe put on my radio. Hello, WARK Radio. It's your boy DJ.
Radio voice.
I'm so over y'all right now. I cannot. See, this is what I love. Y'all, let me tell you something. If you don't know anything about African American culture, we are strong. We are music. We are creative artists.
Yeah.
And I think that is why this industry has created so many demons to hinder us.
Yeah.
Now, the demons that were created, they were man-made and they were kind of dropped after the Vietnam War, but I'm going to leave that alone. But I just feel like you guys, you have to embrace who you already are. DJ such and such, like I said, I already see you. You're going to be DJing a Super Bowl. You are. They're not going to have any choice because Atlanta going to bring it back and you're going to be DJing it. And Shay, you already out there. So the Miss Universe pageant, they gonna call you. Because if we don't manifest these things and put it out there in the atmosphere, it's never gonna come to be. And I do know what my connection is like. And DJ such and such, it makes so much sense now why I was like, you know what, I gotta be persistent with him because he's just all over the place, but he gonna listen to what I got to say and he gonna send this information ASAP. I can't stand him. But this had to happen. I'm glad it happened. Guys, don't go anywhere. I want to hold you backstage for a moment, but let me close out. So I'm going to hold you backstage. All right, guys, you heard it. DJ such and such was here. And listen, go back, run up the streams, or walk it out in 2 steps so he can get paid too. And look, let's just rock it out on this beautiful Saturday. You've been rocking with your girl Lillie Mae on Prime Time. I will be back Tuesday night with It's Consulting Time with 2 awesome individuals. You'll be hearing from Drama Dre and L. Dot, and we'll listen to their music. But remember, I'm here for you. I'm here to bring you independent news, interviews, and lots of trending topics without the political propaganda. So, once again, as always, we love you and we always try our hardest to bring you joy, justice, and jewels. Have a great Saturday, everyone.